coming up on At Your Leisure.
We're the Johnson family, and today we are cross-country skiing.
I'm Scott Huntsman. I'm going to take you to school today. A little bit of Jeeping 101.
I'm Reese Stein. Coming up, we'll meet the Bird Dude of Utah and a couple of his friends.
Welcome to
At Your Leisure.
At Your Leisure. We are the Johnson family, and we are so excited to be here. Jerry, what are we doing today?
We're cross-country skiing today. We're super stoked about it.
Okay, we've never done this before, so we came to Park City. We are here at the White Pine Nordic Center. We're gonna get outfitted. We're gonna have the best time. You guys ready? Yep. Thumbs up. Let's do this.
White Pine Touring Nordic Center. White Pine Touring's in its 50th year of operation this year. The Nordic Center has been here on the Park City Golf Course for 40 years. We operate 20 kilometers of groomed ski trails for cross-country skiing. We also have snowshoe trails. We do lessons, rentals, sales, everything right here out of the shop.
You go toe hill, toe hill, toe hill, toe hill, toe hill.
Ski-boo dancing.
Close.
I've been skiing for, oh my gosh, maybe 50 years? Not quite. And I've been the Nordic director here in Park City at White Pine Touring for, this is my 4th season here. Prior to that, I was a director of Soldier Hollow, the Olympic venue in Midway. But I've been involved in the volunteer community, in the Utah Nordic Alliance, in the race community for decades. And it's really fun. It's a great community of people, and all we do is we go out and play in the snow. The best message for newcomers, it's easiest to get a lesson first. We do offer lessons here. You can come out and rent gear and kind of learn on your own, but sometimes a little bit of professional guidance helps. It's fairly easy to learn basic classic cross-country skiing. There's another technique called skate skiing that's a little bit harder to learn, and we do recommend for beginners to get lessons. But it's mostly about going out and playing in the snow. It's much more accessible, both from a financial standpoint and from a physical standpoint. The equipment is lighter weight, it's less expensive, and it's something that a family can do together so that everyone can come out and play all at the same time. Oftentimes for alpine skiing, you've got people of varying abilities in your family group, and it can get a little frustrating. But it's a great family activity for everyone to come out. We have skiers from 4 years old to 90 years old here every day. I mean, Nordic skiing is a wonderful physical activity. People think it's really hard, and it doesn't have to be hard. You can make it as difficult and as challenging as you want. You can come out and ski around for 30 minutes. You can come and train and race and everything in between. And so it's really an accessible activity, and it's great for the entire family to come out and enjoy.
Thanks so much, Richard. All right, we're having a good time out here. It's beautiful. It couldn't be more beautiful. We've taken a few spills though.
We've gone down a couple of times. The kids are taking a eat some snow break. Don't get too much in your jacket. You're gonna freeze to death.
So we are having a good time. We're gonna get back to that. But before we do, if you are into Jeeping, we have just the thing for you in this next segment. Take a look.
Hey, I'm Scott Huntsman in Moab, and today I'm going to bring you a little bit of basic Jeeping 101, we're going to call this. I brought with me today Project Black Widow. This is a 2009, it's a Rubicon JKU. One of the things that we always start with is understanding tire size and lift. In this case, it's a 4-inch lift from suspension only. Also, on this particular Jeep, I run 37-inch tall tires. It's a good tire to run for most trail systems. Any larger than this means I need to make more modifications to the Jeep. But with this one, I can still run a stock axle housing. I can still run a stock axle shaft. So I have a total lift overall of about 7 inches over a stock vehicle. And the next thing I want to discuss is the type of terrain you plan on doing. Now here in the Moab area, these trails are rated from 1 to 10, 1 being the easiest, 10 being the hardest. So in a case like this, we're on the Hell's Revenge Trail today, it's rated a 5. So something like a gravel road with some bumps could be a 3 rated trail. Or you could take a trail like Cliffhanger, that trail is rated an 8. So we're gonna do this. With the 37-inch tires, I'm gonna approach this ledge, and what I like to do is I like to offset the Jeep a little bit. Put one wheel on the ledge first, climb up, and then the other wheel, etc. If you're coming down, you wanna come down with both tires to come off the ledge at the same time. So while we are driving and traversing a slick rock fin, we just stay right dead center and just keep a very even pace of a speed, usually about 2 to 3 miles an hour. We're letting the suspension just do its job. And then as I come across here, steep downward side, I'll actually take the shift lever, move it down to low range, and let the gear of the vehicle just take us down. I don't even need to use the brake right now. I have the sway bar disconnected, of course. While we're driving down the road, we have the sway bar connected so the body won't roll and rotate. Makes cornering safer. But off-road, we want the sway bar disconnected. That keeps all 4 wheels planted on the surface, even through rough terrain. It gives us better stability and better traction. For me, the Rubicon makes it easy because I can push the button and I don't have to get out. One of the things that gets people nervous when they're rock crawling the first time is sometimes the off-camber positions. You don't really need to be concerned until you get more than about 25 degrees. Sometimes your body will trick you to think you're at much more angle than what you really are. So the instruments are nice to have. If you get into some very tough terrain, having differential lockers are very helpful. Now, it's not a requirement, of course, but if you have them and you need them, use them. But only use them when you need them, because if we need to make tight turns and such in other areas, we don't want the lockers on, because then we're also going to do adverse effects to the terrain. As you can see, this Jeep is plenty capable of getting all over this trail. This is a 5 rated trail. This is a very mildly built Jeep. Last thing, Jeeping 101, pay attention to the signs. Signage on the trail is telling you something. It's because they don't want you to either go a certain place or they want you to be careful where you are at. And remember, there is a speed limit off-road. That speed limit is 12 miles per hour. In the Jeep, we average between 2 and 3 miles per hour. I hope you found this helpful. I'm Scott Huntsman with TuneX. More at your leisure in a moment.
At Stedman's Recreation, trucks are arriving daily with back-ordered side-by-sides, ATVs, and dirt bikes. Let Stedman's Recreation help get you outside so you can explore and create memories to last a lifetime. Call or stop by Stedman's to hold your side-by-side, ATV, or dirt bike with a small deposit. Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, and Beta. Plus, Stedman's has a full service department and Honda power equipment.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
Join us on AYL 24/7. with early access to commercial-free episodes, detailed trip itineraries, a look behind the scenes, group discussions and forums, profile and account customization, individual segments, and a nostalgic trip to classic episodes. We want our viewers to get the show they want to see when they want to see it. It's all the viewing you've grown to love and more. Sign up now at AYLTV.com.
When you're ready for adventure, fuel your machine with Clear 91. Fuel for performance, fuel for adventure, and fuel for the long haul. Ethanol-free, 91 octane. Fill up with Clear 91. Only available at Eagles Landing. With you for the long haul.
There are a lot of small towns in Utah, and there are a lot of ATV trailers, but there aren't very many that offer riding like this. Here in Hanksville, we're the home of Factory Butte. Pure adrenaline mixed with the grandeur of the West. Plus, with plenty of hotels and restaurants, you can stay and explore for days without ever needing a trailer. Hanksville, Utah, your base camp for thrills.
I'm gonna race you. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are so happy you're here. Our family is now out in the sunshine doing some cross-country skiing. Now, we've only done alpine skiing, right?
We're typical downhill skiers. We live in Utah that has some of the best ski resorts, I think, in the whole country. So we take advantage of it and we love it, but we're trying cross-country skiing for the first time today.
And I think it's a big thumbs up. I mean, the kids have taken a few spills. I might have fallen myself a time or two, but it's a really fun family activity. I mean, from ages 4 to 10, they're having a good time. What about you?
Our kids actually love going a little bit slower on the snow, so it works out pretty good. And I'm liking it. I'm getting some good exercise. I might have overdressed a little bit. I'm kind of sweating right now.
Let's keep going. Eat it, eat it. Izzy, can you do it?
My favorite part of the day was playing in the snow. I like it to go really fast, and yeah, and I like skateboarding, lacrosse, basketball, riding motorcycles, skiing, and a little bit of snowboarding. Because I like cross-country skiing because I like playing in the snow and it's fun. It makes me feel happy. I would like to do this again.
Wait. Okay, how did he tell me to get up in these? Now I see. Now I see what.
Yeah, it's so fun here because, well, like, when we do the skiing that we do here all the time, I always get anxiety before, and then I don't really end up having that much fun, but here is just so fun, and it's just easy and fun. Because, like, the sun's out, and the snow is, like, slushy, and it's just super fun. Because it's just, like, it's just chill, and it's not super crazy here. And you can just go with your family, and it's super fun.
Okay, all in all, I think we have had a really good day. We took a few spills. Izzy, our 4-year-old, is a little tired. She's a little bit ready to go home, but I will tell you, the 8-year-old, the 10-year-old, mom and dad, this has been a perfect...
The 65-year-old, I had a great time. It was great.
It's been a perfect activity. What do you think?
So we moved here from out of state a couple years ago, and you just don't do this kind of stuff if you don't live in Utah. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can cross-country ski in other spots, but Utah has so much to do. We drove 20 minutes to an awesome cross-country ski course, track, whatever they call it, and it's been super fun.
It's been awesome.
It's been a great time.
I think Izzy might disagree at this moment. Izzy, did you have fun? Thumbs up or middle or down? Like this, up, middle, down. Which one? Good times or what? I think we got the picture. Stella, up, middle, or down? up, up. Hendrix, up, middle, or down? Up. Okay, everyone pulls in the air if you had a good time. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Once again. If you have little ones, you know that sometimes they don't last the entire time, but the big kids here and myself, we want to continue. So we're going to continue having a great time, but Jared's being a sport, taking one for the team, and he's taking Izzy back to the car. We are going to continue partying. Am I right, kids? Yeah. Let's do it. All right, we'll be right back after this.
Places like the San Rafael Swell are famous for a reason. Endless riding opportunities, history that reaches back millennia, sites you never knew existed. All it needs is one central location where you can easily visit it all. That place is Farron, Utah. Sleep comfortably, dine in, and ride directly from your hotel or campsite. Experience the San Rafael Swell. Experience Farron.
Wondering where your next OHV adventure will take you? Outsiders Utah has your answer with downloadable GPS routes, ride times, distance, local amenities, and other details. 360 street views of the trails that let you explore before you go, and more. Eliminate the guesswork and uncertainty and find a trail you'll love. Visit outsidersutah.com and see the trail before you ride the trail.
What would your perfect day in Green River look like? You'd probably start with a few good friends and a hearty breakfast. From there, you'd hit the trails along the Green River and find things you never expected. Your OHVs would take you to places both striking and serene. You'd end at Ray's for a burger and good conversation, letting the memories grow long into the night. Green River, Utah. Ride your perfect today.
What does the modern explorer look like? Do they head out before dawn and ride until dusk? Do they find what's never been found? Here in Wayne County, you are the modern explorer. Climb in your machine and set out on the Great Western Trail. Wayne County, Utah. Find what's never been found.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are going to be chatting with some people who are out here just enjoying this beautiful weather, having a great day. Take a look.
No, I grew up as a 70s kid in Finland, and in Finland in the 70s cross-country skiing was and still to a degree is like American football in the USA. So pretty much every kid in those days learned how to ski. And I loved it above and beyond, and then there's this little competitive side of me existing as well, and when I discovered that I can beat all the boys and girls in the village, that's it. That's how I started skiing, and then I got more competitive and kind of ended up in the competitive world, and now I have this awesome opportunity to share my knowledge and love for skiing with other ones. I work at the University of Utah with adaptive sports program called Trails, and our focus is complex physical disability and multiple different diagnoses. I'm able to work with multiple individuals, stand-up skiers, sit skiers, and teach them how to ski regardless of the device we use. And we can do recreational skiing just for exercise and fun, health, and we also do some competitions. And then with the tuna community, the Utah Nordic Alliance, we've been able to enter the race series that they have annually running in multiple locations, also here at White Pine. And that's an easy entry, fun competition experience for our skiers, and also a great way to learn how to compete if you want to take it to more serious level. So that has been a nice combination, getting this sport together here. You know, I mean, look at this. Anyone who is gonna watch this, look what we have here. And This year we happen to have tons of snow as well, so that's always bonus for us. But cross-country skiing, first of all, it's not awfully expensive sport. The gear might cost, but you also have rental options. It is definitely perfect cardio and workout exercise, but it's also a technical sport. You can challenge yourself between classic, between skating and learn like 5 different techniques in each one of those. So it's, and then you combine that all with the terrain. There's uphills, downhills, flat. It's absolutely beautiful sport. It is fantastic. I mean, 24/7 skiing every day, all day would be my dream life.
It has been so fun chatting with so many people and understanding why they love cross-country skiing so much. But with this next story, we're taking you to the air.
I'm Reese Stein, at your leisure on Salt Lake's East Bench with Dylan, and we're going hawking for bunnies and birds. Dylan is a young male Harris hawk. He travels around on the fist of his partner, Eric McGill.
Harris hawks are so cool. In the wild, they're very social birds, so they'll hunt cooperatively. And so in captivity, unlike the owls, which are very solitary, Harris hawks have that extra social behavior.
With their four-legged teammate, grouse, beating the brush, Eric and Dylan are hunting for rabbits, quail, pigeons, whatever might turn up. This is the 4,000-year-old sport of falconry. The Harris hawk hunts off Eric's fist, in contrast to peregrine or other falcons that sky hundreds of feet overhead, then dive on their prey. Eric says that kind of falconry is just not feasible on Salt Lake's East Bench.
Falcon's gonna get a mile or up in the sky and dive down after its prey. Harris hawks are gonna ambush their prey at a little bit closer distances.
Eric and Dylan have an arrangement. Eric will provide food and shelter, and Dylan will hunt and usually return to Eric's fist, but he's still a wild bird and can head off on his own at any time. Eric is more than just a falconer. He's a showman and environmental advocate. He takes Dylan and his 3 other birds of prey on the road, to schools, scout meetings, anywhere folks want an entertaining and educational outing.
He's being really messy with his food tonight. Similar size and shape to our peregrine falcon we have here in Utah. This guy here is a saker falcon. In the wild, he come from Africa.
Eric has brought his birds to the Cub Scout pack meeting at St. Ambrose Church. He wows the crowd.
I started raising this guy
with this gorgeous young bird.
This is Summit the barn owl, and like I said, he was just a baby this year. 6 months old, fully grown now. Birds grow really fast.
Dylan steals the show by flying around the room.
Just love working with the birds and seeing the world through their eyes. But I also learn a lot from the birds, their resilient nature.
Eric is a big hit at public events, such as Saturday Market at Pioneer Park, where patrons love to have their pictures taken with the birds, including this not a great horned owl.
This is Bubo the eagle owl. They're the largest species of owl on the planet. He's got about a 5-foot wingspan. Should have a 7-foot wingspan.
Eric uses these programs to advocate for preservation of open space for wildlife. He says he's losing his favorite hawking grounds.
Big message of my environmental programs we do with the birds, it has to do with preservation, conservation of wildlife and open space and what's left. And I think one of the things that makes living here in Utah so wonderful is our natural resources and our outdoor lifestyle, quality of life, to be able to drive just a couple minutes from our front porch up here and be on the footsteps of acres, thousands of acres of national forest and hundreds of miles of hiking trails, but we're losing a lot of it.
Reese Stein at your leisure along the way in Salt Lake City.
Sometimes to recharge, you need to unplug. In Tickaboo, Utah, you'll find a landscape that will give you more energy than you ever thought possible. Escape the heat in the Henry Mountains, where history, off-road adventure, and bison herds meet. It's time to unplug and recharge. Tickaboo, Utah.
At Your Leisure has a long-standing reputation and a large, loyal audience of adventurers in the outdoors. Although we're excited to continue to grow and enjoy the shared success of our longtime sponsors, we have space for more. And if you have a brand that would benefit from the 2 decades of goodwill that we've built, contact us at ayltv.com and let us amplify your voice above the competition.
Unexplored. Does it mean riding the same trails as everyone else? Fishing the same lakes? Stopping at the same views? No. Unexplored is so much more. To find it, you need to get off the beaten path. In the northeast corner of Utah, you and your family can still find a land that's unexplored. The shores of Flaming Gorge are only the beginning of a family adventure in Daggett County. Daggett County, Utah. It's what you find at the end of your adventure.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. It has been a fun-filled day in this beautiful weather. We couldn't have asked for a better day.
Good day to go cross-country skiing, especially to bring the kids out. It's nice and warm. It's snowing a little bit. It's been lots of fun.
Okay, Jared, I don't know about you, but I now am looking or thinking about those people who cruise past me effortlessly and they're actually flying on those cross-country skis. I now have a newfound respect. How are they doing that?
I don't know. When they would fly past me, I'd say, so that's how you do it. And they would give you that blank look, you know, and then we'd shuffle along.
I only fell 10 times or so. What about you?
I don't think I fell once.
Way to go.
Thank you very much.
Way to go. Okay, well, we have a lot of great things coming up. We want to take a look at next week's show.
Next week, Scott and Tanya Huntsman are showing off a fun activity for the whole family as they're heading to Hardware Ranch to experience the sleigh rides and enjoy the wildlife.
Then, Katie Yardley is taking us back to her wonderful kitchen, and this time she's showing off recipes for Swedish meatballs. Yum.
Finally, Will Oxley is teaming up with one of the largest 4x4 clubs in Las Vegas as he joins the Desert Wranglers Jeep Club for one-of-a-kind Jeep excursion. Now, let's take a look at our contest winner.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us via email by Corey and Carol Watkins, and it looks like Corey and Carol are lucky winners of a new Clearly Tough windshield for their rig.
Clearly Tough offers the strongest windshields on the market. Visit clearlytough.com for information.
Congratulations, Corey and Carol, and be sure to call us on Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize.
Well, next week's show looks great. We're excited for it. And thanks for hosting us. The White Pine Nordic Center was an awesome location to come do some cross-country skiing. We had a great time here.
I think I'll be back. We got to come do this again. This was absolutely awesome. And remember, there's adventure around every corner.
At your leisure.
Hot
Let's
chocolate?
go get some hot chocolate.
Let's do it.